Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a very special collaboration video with a ton of other WW YouTubers. We are bringing you today a special collab that features everything and anything Valentine's Day. So you're gonna see some WW friendly Valentine food ideas, some decorating, some things that you can do on Valentine's Day, some gift ideas, and even some makeup ideas for the special day. So today I'm going to share with you a WW friendly red velvet cake recipe. What is better for Valentine's Day than red velvet cake? I want to thank Jess over at WW Journey to Healthy for putting this collaboration together. And I am going to link in the description box below all of the different YouTubers that were involved in this collab, and I highly encourage you to go and check out each and every one of their channels. They are wonderful, wonderful people with fabulous ideas on how you can stay on track and succeed at WW. So again, all of their channels will be listed in the description box below. Make sure if you stop by that you let them know that I sent you. And let's get started on today's Valentine's Day dessert. Here's all of the ingredients that you're going to need to make our WW friendly red velvet cake. So I'm gonna start with a box of the sugar-free classic yellow cake mix. Part of the ingredients for the cake mix itself is oil, water, and eggs. So we are going to sub the oil for some unsweetened applesauce. Of course, we're going to need some water and the 3 eggs that the recipe calls for. I did go ahead and pick up these cute little cupcake dots that we're gonna use to decorate our cake once it is completed. We of course need some cocoa and some red food coloring. So that is everything that's in the cake itself. For the frosting, we're gonna make our own so that we can keep the points relatively low. So you are going to need some powdered sugar, some light. You can also use sugar-free Cool Whip, whatever that you have available, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the Cool Whip Light. You're going to need 1/3 less reduced fat cream cheese. You can also use fat-free cream cheese. And then you're going to need some salt and some vanilla. The first thing we're gonna do is get started making our cake. You can see here that I have put in the sugar-free cake mix into a large glass bowl. And from here, we're just gonna add in the rest of our ingredients. So we're gonna start here with our 1 cup of water. And then here, I already broke 3 eggs just to avoid having any shells in the mix. And then we also have 1/3 cup of unsweetened applesauce. So we're gonna go ahead and get that in there. And then we are going to use our handheld mixer, and we're gonna go ahead and mix this until these items are fully combined into our cake mix. And then we'll go ahead and add in our cocoa and our red food coloring. Once you've mixed your batter until virtually fully combined, you are gonna go ahead and take some unsweetened cocoa powder. And I just usually will use a spoon and just add it in, just about 1 tablespoon or 1 decent sized spoonful of the cocoa powder. And that's gonna give it that little bit of chocolate flavor that you have in a traditional red velvet cake. I mean, that is not gonna add any additional points either because we only used about a tablespoon of the cocoa powder. So then you're just gonna take your spoon, make sure that you get that pretty combined into your batter. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and add our red food coloring. And go ahead and add food coloring to your liking, just to get the color of red that you're going for with your red velvet cake. I prefer mine to be a little more red than pink. So I always typically will add just a little bit more of that red food coloring. So you're just gonna take your spoon and mix that until that food coloring is fully combined into your batter. Once your batter is the color of red that you're looking for, you're gonna go ahead and select a cake pan. I'm gonna go ahead and use my springform pan just because I would like to have a round cake, but you can go ahead and select whatever cake pan you desire for your cake. And then all we're going to do is put our cake batter into your pan. Make sure it is greased with non-stick cooking spray. And go ahead and add all of your batter. I did go ahead and turn my oven on to 325, and that is per the recipe on the box of the yellow cake mix. So make sure that your oven is nice and warmed up as well. And then I always take my cake pan and just kind of dab it on the counter. It gets all of those air bubbles out, and it also evens that cake out so that you have a nice, pretty cake when it comes out of the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven until a toothpick comes out clean. Our red velvet cake is out of the oven. I am just going to go ahead and let it cool completely, and we will go ahead and make up our frosting and get ready to frost this and decorate it. But it smells amazing in my house. This looks absolutely delicious. Well, our cake is cooling. Let's get started on our frosting. So here I have 2 ounces or 1/4 cup of the reduced fat cream cheese, and to that I am going to add 1 teaspoon of powdered sugar. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of the light or fat-free Cool Whip, whatever one you want to use. I went ahead and chose the light version. The calorie content honestly is about the same. So I usually will just go with the light. I like the taste and texture a little bit better. And then we are going to add a little bit of salt just to help balance the flavor. And then the last thing we're going to add is some vanilla extract. And then we are going to take our hand mixer here and we're going to mix this together until combined. And then once we've combined all of this, we can go ahead and either use it as white or we can add a little bit of food coloring to color our frosting. Once we get all of that nice and combined, I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of Truvia just to kind of sweeten it up. It is not very sweet with just the cream cheese and the whipped topping. And then again, I'm going to use my handheld mixture and just make sure that I get that nice and incorporated in. And then we are going to go ahead and dye this a fun Valentine's Day color. I've decided to go ahead and dye it pink. So I am going to add just a couple of drops of red food coloring. And again, you go ahead and add as much as you want to achieve the desired color. But I thought that this fun pink would tie in really nicely with the little decorative candies that I bought to top the cake. So we'll just get that nice and incorporated. And that was exactly 2 drops of the food coloring if this is the color that you want to go for as well, which is kind of this baby pink color. Our cake is nice and cooled. I did remove the pan, so all that's left is basically the base of the springform pan, which my cake will sit on. And then here I have my frosting. So I'm basically just going to take this and go ahead and frost my cake. I do want to frost the sides as well if I do have enough frosting to do that, but at least this way my whole entire cake will be nice and frosted. And this actually made quite a lot of frosting, so I might be able to put a fairly thick layer on it, but this looks absolutely delicious. Once your cake is frosted, we're going to go ahead and take our little candy decorations and we're just going to sprinkle those onto the top of our cake. This is so adorable. So it's a perfect cake to have for Halloween, for Valentine's Day dinner, or just to have to take to a Valentine's Day get together, or even to work to share with your coworkers to celebrate the Valentine's Day holiday. But this is super cute. So I'm going to go ahead, put this in the fridge for just a few minutes to let the frosting harden just a little bit more. We'll cut into this and I will show you what a serving size and the points value is. Here is the completed frosted cake. I just pulled it out of the fridge. I just let it rest in the fridge for about 15 minutes just to kind of help harden and thicken the frosting. But look at how good that looks. It's frosted all the way around. Looks absolutely delicious. I am going to go ahead and cut into it and I'll show you what a serving size looks like. Here is 1/10 of the red velvet cake, which is a serving size. So this here is the size of the piece. It is definitely a good size piece. I wasn't sure cutting it into 10 slices, but this is definitely a good size slice for the Smart Points. The slice is here on a salad plate, so that gives you an idea. Here also is the cake that I cut into the 10 slices. So this, my friends, is my Valentine's Day suggestion for you to serve at your Valentine's Day dinner, take to work, or just share with that special someone. Thank you for coming along with me on this recipe for Valentine's Day. I hope that you enjoyed the WW red velvet cake. It's absolutely divine. And let me tell you, you won't be able to tell that it's WW. Everyone in your family, spouse included, will love the cake. So I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. And again, make sure that you check out all of the links in the description box below for all of the other YouTubers that are in collaboration on this video. And thank you again, Jess, for taking the time to put it together. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. Let me know who sent you over. Comment below, let me know what you think of this recipe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.